Hey race fans, race day, top 5 with me, Frank 5. Round of 8 just began, and boy, oh boy, was it something post-race, and one man has already punched his ticket to Homestead, while some punches were being thrown on pit road post-race. Number 1, Martin Truex Jr. has captured his third career short track victory, winning earlier tonight at Martinsville, capturing the first day of 500 and punching his ticket to Homestead, winning the race over William Byron, Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, and Ryan Blaney in the top 5. Martin Truex was just perfect all day long, leading over 460 laps, more than what Brad Keselowski led in the spring at 446. I mean, Truex was just so perfect all day long, winning stage 1, stage 2, and winning the whole race in general. I mean, Martin Truex Jr. has established himself as the favorite to win the championship, obviously, 7th win of the season, and making up for the one that got away last year when he was bumped towards the end of the race by Joey Logano on the last lap. What a remarkable performance by Martin Truex Jr. and the 19 team today. They got a shot at Homestead. I had Truex making the Final Four at Homestead, and he's in, and now he's got a shot to win his second career title. Number 2, fists were flying post-race. The drama of the playoff, that's what it's all about. And Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano, two strong contenders, were going at it. Let's first get started on what happened before we saw what happened on pit road. Racing side by side with about a couple laps to go, Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano were side by side. Hamlin drifts up the track a little bit off of turn 4, squeezing Logano into the wall, cutting his left rear tire, and he ended up spinning around in the racetrack. Luckily, Logano didn't go a lap down. He was able to fix the damage, put on a new left rear tire, and he was able to fight his way back for an 8th place finish while Hamlin finished 4th. And post-race, we saw them on video through NBC and the track video that they were having a little bit of discussion about what happened out there. And at the end of the discussion, Logano shoved Hamlin's shoulder, and Hamlin came back up, and everybody started getting into a brawl, which included Logano's pit crew led by Todd Gordon and Denny Hamlin's pit crew led by Chris Gabehart. I mean, Logano's, for Joey Logano, you don't really shove a guy after what you're having discussion, especially when it comes to short track racing, even though people love it and it's good TV ratings. But Denny Hamlin, squeezing Logano in the race, that was Hamlin's fault. He shouldn't have done that anyways, but you know what? It's heat of the moment, and playoff points, especially this time, with this round that determines who goes to Homestead, everything's on the line right now, and I can understand these guys are a little bit frustrated. So we see a little bit of retaliation at Texas? We shall see. Or ISM. We shall see. We don't know yet. Number 3, William Byron put together a strong performance today, coming home 2nd place behind Martin Truex Jr. and running him down towards the end just a little bit. I mean, he gave it everything he had in that 24 Liberty University Chevrolet, tying his career high 2nd place, which was earlier this year at Daytona. I mean, William Byron, this is only his 4th start. He had no top 10s at this track in the Cup Series. Now he has a top 5. And so close to winning the race. Gotta give a kudos to William Byron. I know he got eliminated from the playoffs last week in Kansas, but this guy, despite winning Rookie of the Year last year, he really was not that good. Their cars just weren't like the other 100 cars, particularly Chase Elliott or Alex Bowman. But William Byron has made big gains this year, courtesy of his new crew chief, 7-time NASCAR winning crew chief, Chad Knaus. Number 4, Ryan Blaney put together a very strong performance with a 5th place finish today. I mean, Ryan Blaney's been kind of described as the underdog wild card for the playoffs because nobody anticipated Ryan Blaney to make it to the round of 8. And today he had such a good race car, and at times could possibly chase down Martin Truex Jr., but he was stuck battling with Byron and Denny Hamlin and Keselowski and those guys for the majority of the race. But nonetheless, a good points day for Ryan Blaney. I know he's still out, only by 15 points, so there's still a realistic chance that Blaney could point his way in if anything were to happen to the other guys above the cut line in the next 2 weeks. And number 5, Kyle Busch, who basically everybody coming in saying, looking at his points cushion, like, oh yeah, Kyle Busch is guaranteed to go to Homestead. Well, he had kind of an up and down day today, running in the lower half of the top 10, got involved in an incident late in the race with Eric Almirola, and Almirola said, 2 more races left, I'm going to give him hell. Kyle Busch, was involved in that wreck, spun around, was able to rebound and get to the top 10, but slipped back late in the race, finished 14th. Wasn't a happy guy talking to the media post-race, but at least it wasn't compared to Las Vegas interview on the playoffs about a month ago, because he was not a happy camper. And you can never tell if Kyle Busch is sort of just like not in a good mood to talk to the media, or he's really pissed off. That's Kyle Busch for you. That's the way he acts sometimes. Finally, driver recap: Chase Elliott, a weekend to forget, and now we're in a must-win situation in the next 2 races. I mean, we blew up 5 minutes into practice yesterday, qualified second despite having to start at the rear. got up into the top 10, earning 3 stage points stage 1, got up to as high as 5th, and then after the third caution, when we were pitting, the left rear tire didn't spin, and we broke an axle and had to go to the garage and fix the car. Came back out, but finished 36, 54 laps down. 3 mechanical failures for the 9 team in the playoffs, 1 in practice and 2 in the races. It's kind of unacceptable for Chase Elliott, but now we know we have to go win these next 2 races. That's all we can do. I mean, for him to at least battle it out to get into the round of 8 last week from Kansas, I'm proud of him. Hopefully, we can win one of these next 2 races and we can have a shot at the championship. If not, it wasn't meant to be. We just get eliminated in the round of 8, 3rd year in a row. But these mechanical failures probably will be the reason why Chase Elliott, if he doesn't win these next 2 races, why he doesn't go to Homestead at all. So that's basically how I feel about that, and I'm sure some of the LA fans out there feel the same way. So up next, the second race of the round of 8, Texas. Will Martin Truex Jr. continue his dominance from today and carry it over to a mile and a half, considering that the mile and a half, the last race of the season is a mile and a half at Homestead? Or will one of the drivers that is below him, above the cut line or below the cut line, propel themselves in with a victory and shake up the playoff field? We shall see, and it's going to be a wild race, especially with Logano and Hamlin racing each other next week, because I guarantee you they'll be around each other. So subscribe, like, congrats to Martin Truex Jr. He's punched his ticket to Homestead. Which other 3 drivers will join him? We shall see in these next 2 races. Have a great night.